Hello fisher people, I'm Nosh from FishOn TV and I do apologise for interrupting this next video, but it's a special occasion. We hit over 1,000 subscribers about 2 weeks ago. The first time I had to do a thank you message, and it's all down to you lovely fisher people supporting our channel and subscribing to the channel. So from both me and Headley, it's a massive thumbs up, and once again, thanks for supporting the channel. Now, Headley did ask me just to do a little thank you message, but because I can talk for England, I've just got to mention a couple of things. One of the things which I think is well worth mentioning is at one of the fisheries that I went to, a guy came up to me, shook my hand, told me how much he enjoyed the videos, and face-to-face feedback like that is fantastic. Not only that, he said that his grandson wants to be a mighty fisherman. How wonderful is that? A youngster wanting to be a mighty fisherman. Well, brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. And when I told Edley that, he just went, get in. It's, you know, that's what it's all about. It's like, you can't ask more than that. Not only that, one quick one. I know Edley's going to be saying, God, he's rabbiting on again. I can't help it. But I have met one or two of you lovely fisher people at on the bank and at a couple of the golden rods. Mark being one of them. I think it was Mark Richmond, I can't remember exactly. I've met quite a few people now, so I do apologise if I don't remember your names, but there are a couple of people who have said that they've never entered matches like that before, and they've done it on the strength of videos like this. Not just mine, but other people's videos, and I also think that's wonderful. It's more than merrier for me. So if any of you people out there daren't enter these tournaments or matches as you want to call them, get yourself out there, get involved, join a club. It's brilliant. It's a fantastic hobby to have. It's fantastic to compete, and trust me, I've met a few of these mighty anglers and they're all down to earth lovely people. So don't be frightened, don't be shy, get entered. Right, that's enough of me rabbiting on. Enjoy our next video at Lodge Farm, and we shall see you, well, you'll see me on the bank any second now. Ta-ta for now. Both from me, Headley. Big thumbs up. Thank you very much again. See you soon. Ta-ta. Fisher people, I'm Nosh from FishOn TV. Right, it's Tuesday the 25th of February and it's freezing today. As you can see, it's nice and light, so we're slowly getting there, but it really is cold today. Very, very cold. It's 3 degrees. It's supposed to get up to a mighty 7 degrees. I doubt it though. I don't feel like it's going to get to that today. We're expected sleet at some point today, but it's a low chance, but that's how cold it is if they're half expecting it. So. And today you'll be joining us at Lodge Farm Fisheries at Scrooby. I think it's Scrooby. Anyway, it's the other side of Doncaster. It's a little bit further than we normally go, but it's one of those venues where you can park behind your peg. So I spoke to the owner there. He's going to wait while we get there, see which way the wind's blowing. We're expecting winds up to about 16, 17 miles an hour, which ain't bad, but when it's this cold, chill factor's saying 1 degree, so that's just to give you an idea. And I'm recording this now because we're stuck in traffic. The A1, what a pain, nightmare. So, Lodge Farm Fisheries, I've only fished it once. 2 years ago. I know a few of the lads have fished it a few more times. We're on Long Island Lake today. There are 7 lakes there. I don't know the names of all the lakes, but I know there are 7 lakes when I counted up how many it's there. So I'm sure Headley will put some kind of drone view for you to have a look at. Let's see if we can find it anyway. So according to my sat nav, I'm about 20 minutes away, so I like to get there at 8 o'clock. There's draws at 15:15, might be a few minutes late. So the fishing Apparently it fished okay on Sunday. I think there was 90 pounds caught on Sunday on this lake. That's a bit bright, let me just put that down. With some decent backup weights, which is tremendous at this time of year. It will be pretty much the same thing. I know there was one viewer said same old, same old. Unfortunately, fishing can be pretty much like that. You know, I mean, if you get something right, or there's a particular way that you catch a fish, that's what happens. You do the same thing. If you're catching a red, use red again. Pretty much winter tactics. I'll not be starting with a load of feed. Absolutely no point doing that. Do know the skimmers in there. Pops of bread and sweet corn seems to be doing the job. Again, hybrid feeders, Joro banjo feeders, method feeders with wafters, stuff like that. The usual for winter, so we shall be experimenting with it. Depends where I get drawn and what I fancy using. I certainly start with a bit of pops of bread or a pop-up, something like that, just to do a bit of searching, see if we get any liners. The usual thing. The same old, same old. I'm about 15-20 minutes away, so the next time you shall see me at the draw. I'll keep your fingers crossed for a good peg and a good day. See you soon. I've got to try it, haven't I? GoPro, stop recording.
GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, turn off. GoPro, turn off.
Two fish for the price of one. Two fish in one go. Can you believe that? I've got 84, so I've no idea. We'll see down there, see some. Right. I think think Eddie will probably put that in. I did catch a fish first cast. I was late, about 10 or 15 minutes late, trying to get my camera set up. I got it set up on the left hand side, but as you can see, the sun is glaring straight at me, so you couldn't see a thing. My pole's on my right, so that was in the way, so I've been messing about trying to get my camera in place. But I'll try and tell you what I was telling you before. I'll let you have a little look over there. Look, this is my peg. Now there's like an island going across the middle. Now just in front of me, about 4 sections out, it's about 8 foot deep. So that's going to be my skimmer, roach line, possibly. You never know, you might get a few carp. At the minute I've got an hybrid feeder on. Slightly to my right there's a bit of a clear gap. There's lots of overhanging bushes and there's a bit of a clear gap that I'm aiming for at the minute to try and avoid getting caught up in those, because you can never quite tell how far they're hanging over. But at the minute I'd say I'm about a yard off the island, and it just shallows up a little bit there. So that's where I am at the minute. I caught that one on the, it's not an hybrid feed, it's a Jura banjo feeder. There, back again. So and that came after, I thought it were a couple of minutes because I'm messing about with my camera at once. It was actually 6 minutes it came. I've just had a liner there, just went back slightly, but I don't think that was a, hold on a minute. Yeah, maybe it was. No, it wasn't. I thought it was a bite. So that's a good sign. There's fish there. I thought it was a bit strange back bites when you get liners. So I'm out then. That's only been out 2.5 minutes. So there is a few fish out there by the look of it. Like I say, I've not fished this venue before. Guys in the cafe say it's not a bad peg at all. It seems like quite a deep venue. I've also got set up. Been dying to use my waggler. Whether I get to use it or not, it's ideal today. I'm on about going 3/4 of the way across. I'm torn between whether to target carp on it with like sweet corn, or just go for a sort of a skimmer. Now Franny's just got one there. Look, whether to go for like a skimmer roach line on it, I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't quite made my mind up what I'm going to do. I was going to do a bit of searching with popped up bread. One of the guys has said it's not been working quite as well as it has done in the past, but you still can't rule it out. If I do decide to go on a sweet corn line there, I could use my waggler, or I could search about with it on my bomb with sweet corn on. So I've got a few options. It's the only trouble when you decide on quite a few things, you never know where to quite start. But at the minute, I've got to stick with this Jura banjo feed. I'll just cast this out, see if I can hit the spot again. Right, just sink that line. Yeah, and to be fair, at the minute it's not as windy as it said it were going to be, but the sun's out. But when the sun goes in, boy, is it cold. I'll just leave that there while I get ready. Just slightly to the left of where I was before, but it's not too bad. So yeah, I have a few lines of attack. How much bait to put in? Not quite sure. I don't like overkill in summer. I know Jeff, he's a big believer in. It's getting to that time of year now, get some snapping, but I'm still not quite sure because it has been bloody cold. So I'm going to keep trying out there. Like I say, a liner, fish first cast. I've got to give that a little go now. Soften some micros up. I've got some of the green, dynamite green pellet soak in there. And a little bit of F1 sweet just to give it a bit more sweetness. Also got some ground bait. It's the F1 sweet. And a little bit of that green swim stim. And that I could put into little balls if I want. So you see I'm getting liners again there. It just keeps coming back. It's like little balls which I can catapult out around my waggler line if I want, or put it on the Jura banjo feeder. I can't work these out. It's strange is this, because A back bite, you only get like an indication forward and then goes back, but these are just like falling back steady, so there's definitely fish mooching about somewhere around there. So I'm not going to keep striking at those unless I think it's a positive back bite. So remember at Decoy Lakes I was getting pestered with line bites and I didn't quite leave it long enough, so little experience learnt there. So we'll see how I get on. If I do catch any fish, I'll switch it back on. I'll let you know exactly what I've decided. I'm just sort of getting a feel for that. Again, it's just dropped back ever so slowly, but I don't think they're... I think that's fish swimming about, definitely. Not convinced they're proper back bites. It's dropping back too slow. There, you see, that went back a bit quicker. They're just liners, I'm pretty sure they are. So anyway, I'll get this cast back out, get back in touch and we'll see how we go. Well, I had a couple of those little soft back bites, or back liners, whatever you want to call them, and then a nice sharp tap forward, and I think it feels like another F1. So that's my 4th cast. Not bad to start with, I'm quite happy. Out of the way. It does feel a little bit bigger. So there's definitely 1 or 2 fish there. I've got liners and straight into another fish. So I was half thinking with all the liners, shall I pop a bit of bread up or something? That's a decent F1, is that? We can't complain at that, can we? Can't complain at that at all. That's a good, that's at least £3, that one. It's wriggling quite a bit. And it's like a block of ice. Stay still for Alan. Be a good little fish. Right. I don't think he's going to stay still for you, but you've got to have a look at it. There we go. Let's see if he'll stay still for you. Yes, I know what'll probably happen. Yeah, that's not a bad F1 at all, is it, that? Decent sized fish. We'll pop him back. My hands are absolutely freezing after holding him. So there we go. What a cracking little update. Update after 2 minutes. See you soon. Alright. Into another one. I think it's another F1. And it's strange, I'm getting a lot of liners and little taps and I'm tempted to just try a bit of popped up bread or something. And I've noticed I have been getting better bites, and I've just come that little bit shorter. This is another F1 in the slightly deeper water, you know. Yeah. Well, that's a first. I've got 2 fish in here. Well, I've never seen this before. So I've actually, whether this fish were following this one about, I don't know, but this is unbelievable. I've got to show you this because nobody will believe me. You've just seen me land that fish. And this, well, this is unbelievable. Oh, 2 fish for the price of 1. Franny, 2 fish in 1 go. Can you believe that? I've never ever, that's unreal. Thought I'd landed 1 fish, I ended up with 2. Get in, you beauty. Soz will be shaking his head if he could see me. If I told him he wouldn't believe it, but now folks, you have just seen Nosh catch 2 fish in 1 go. I can't believe it. What a wonderful place this is. Come here. 2 for the price of 1. Brilliant. What a fantastic update. I shall see you soon. Right, just a quick update. It's at 11:30, we started at 10:15. Still kept getting lots of strange liners. So I tried a pop-up, some popped-up bread. I had nothing there. Oh, and I've just gone back out shorter on the Joro Banjo feeder, and that's been in 1:50. And I've come about a yard shorter, and it's gone round. I know that's what you're supposed to do when you're getting liners. And it seems to work. There's quite a bit of a slope there. So I noticed with the bomb it wouldn't settle. That's just bumped off. Oh dear. It was a little F1 that. The bomb wouldn't settle, so it is quite a steep slope there. So that's why I've come shorter to the bottom of the slope, and it resulted in a positive bite. So unfortunately I've lost the bloody thing. Franny's catching skimmers, and so is Jeff. So I've put some bait out there on my short line and my pole line. I've prepped it for skimmers and roach if this dries up, but I've got to persist on this, I think, now, because there is some big carp in here, and you never know. I could quite easily drop on a big carp with this method, so that's where we are at the minute. I've had no fish since the 2 that I caught. Can you believe that? 2 fish in one go. I'm getting called all sorts of names. You're bound to do though, aren't you? You need a bit of luck now and again, because I've not had much luck like in the golden rod and stuff, have I? So that's where we are. I'm going to cast that back out there and see if we can get another bite. See you soon. Right, people. The banjo, Joro Banjo, come shorter. I had another one, and that pulled out as a little F1. I've actually primed my waggler line up. I'm going to have a little go on that later. I've been dying to have a go on that. But at the minute, I'm just on my short line that I primed up 40 minutes, an hour ago. I topped it up, and then I've just gone in. I've had 4 skimmers on the trot, and all I'm doing there, I've just got a 4mm soft pellet on, and because it's so deep, I'm just putting a little tiny marble size piece of micro pellets. Ooh, thought I had a little touch then. And I've had one every put in so far. Now, are they going to be enough? There we go. They're not very big, but the float's going under. Do I persevere with that and hope that something decent comes along? But I'm dying to have a go on my... Oh, you little swine. That's the first one I've lost. Semi-skimmed. Bit of a bird's nest. But that's what's been happening on this line. I've just got a bulk shot, 3 number 10s and a number 12 dropper, and it seems to be working okay at the minute. So I'm going to persevere with this. Hopefully put a few fish in my net, but I'm definitely going to have a go on that waggler line. I keep firing a few casters out there. It's about 3/4 of the way across. And I just think I'll probably end up catching these, but I do know on the Joro Banjo, I'm pretty sure there were F1s that were giving me liners. They're all very strange, and nothing really developed into good bites. So how long do you stay on that? You know, I'm not sure whether I should have stayed on it. Patience game, hoping something decent comes along, or do I just keep being happy catching a few little fishies? I
don't think anybody, I've not heard anybody. I know Andy had one first putting apparently. That was supposed to be a decent size. He said it was foul hooked. I don't know if they landed it or not, I don't know. But I've not heard anybody saying that they're bagging. Franny's been getting skimmers, Jeff's been getting skimmers. They seem to be the fish that are feeding at the minute, apart from those F1s that I've had, which were to the right there. Now I'm resting that. I'll probably go on that a little bit later. They may start feeding better then. A little marble-sized piece. I'm not sure. That float looks like there might be just a little indication there. There might be a shock come off there. I'll have to recheck. So that's the update at the minute. I've just bumped out of another one. Bait's still on. So that's a little update at the minute. It's not exactly action filled, but we're catching one or two fishes, which the weather has been dreadful. You'll have seen it all on the news. I don't think fishing has been easy anywhere. But apparently they did have about 90 pounds on here. I think it was at the weekend in the open match or something. So I will give you an update, or if I hook into something nice, I'll switch it back on. So see you soon. Right, first fish on the waggle. I've been dying to try it for ages. I don't know what it is. I'm guessing it might be a skimmer or something. Let's have a look. Well, it's not a bad skimmer neither. Better quality skimmer, that. Old school. Waggler. It's what we're brought up on. Waggler fishing, stick float fishing. There you go. They're a lot better stamp. So there we go. Waggler. Nice one. Get in. Little update for you. You had to see that one, didn't you? Right, folks. As much as I love the waggler, I just wasn't catching them quick enough. And you can miss quite a few bites on the waggler, especially when there's a lot of small ones. Yeah, I did have one or two nice bream. But I've gone back on the pole line because Franny's actually catching quite well. I know Bob must be doing well. He loves this kind of fishing. Skimmers. He'll be on his worm and caster. There we go, another little skimmer. And I am catching them faster on this. I'm getting instant bites, and obviously pole. That's why your pole you can usually outperform a waggler. We're on a cart venue commercials. I think if you're on a natural venue catching these, you'd be over the moon. But it only takes Jeff. He always ends up with a big fish. It only takes one big carp, and they're up there and in front of us. So and there was signs of fish out there, but it was funny. There was strange bites. I've just had a little indication straight away there on the drop. It's not even settled. Franny's wanting to know what bait I'm on. No, I'm on Viking's helmet. Yeah. There we go, another one. Little taps. I can't catch them that quick on waggler. But this is even smaller. Shall I swing it in? There we go, just a little skimmer. There's a lot of these knocking about. Here, a little one. Right, I just made a little change on the banjo feeder because I was getting these silly little taps and bites. And I put some ground bait on and abandoned. Oh, and it's foul hooked, can you believe it? And it was the fish. I thought, well, messing with my feed, it was the skimmers. It was those that have been giving me the taps on the banjo feeder. So, but the bite was instant, so I'm going to give it another go. Right, kept persevering with the shallow bit, and I've had 2 or 3 skimmers off it. And while I was tightening my line up, it went straight round. And Franny's into a mighty fish too. He's into a beauty. Well done, Franny. He's doing well, is Franny. Very well. Start catching. I don't think anybody's going to be handy if he's got 45 pounds, like they say. But this feels like a better fish. I'm hoping this is a carp or a decent size F1. Amazing. I've gone into that shallow water. I don't know how deep it is there, but I bet it's not more than, can't be more than 2 feet deep there. You what, Franny? He's just saying his fish is a little bit cold, but he used a different word to that. Oh, there we go, a mirror carp. There we go. Bit of perseverance. Here we go, folks. It's not a big one, but very welcome indeed. Bigger than what I've been catching. Just put that down there 2 secs. Let's have a little look. Let's see if he'll behave. Knowing my luck, he'll jump straight back in. Because he does seem a little bit light. Oh, he's trying, look. Right, there you go, look. Where have they been all day? That's what I want to know. But, more than happy. I'll do it fairly. GoPro, stop recording.
GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, turn off. GoPro, turn off.
We'll see you soon, folks. Well, just tighten it. Well, I've just tightened up and it went round again, but this is a lot smaller fish. I think it's an F1. Oh, Franny's got one as well. He's saying we're on a late run. There we go, look. Little F1. God, you know, should I have made that change earlier? Who knows? Chunky little F1, but since I put the maggot on and ground bait, much more positive bite straight round. Banded 2 dead maggots, and that's doing the trick at the minute. So I can't complain at all. At all. So over and out. See you on the next cast. Well. And Franny, it's unbelievable, every time I turn the camera on, Franny gets one, I get one, and it feels like another little F1. Took a bit longer, it took about 3 minutes. But, little flurry at the end. Jeff's just had one as well. There's 1 or 2 fish being caught now, which is, does tend to happen at this time of year. Well, in most matches actually. I don't know about this time of year. Usually the last hour is usually the best. And another F1. It's a shame they're not about £3 or £4 a piece. Top lip. There we go. You what, sorry? Right, little update. Let's get back in, let's see if we can get another. Over and out, see you soon. Well, just tightening up and round it goes again. So we're into another one. Again, I think it's an F1. Now, those F1s were there this morning. Should I have used this tactic then? Who knows, eh? Have they just turned up there because it's warmed up a little bit? Don't know, but we're catching. That's the main thing. So that's another F1. Can't complain at that. They're not very big. we're finishing with a flurry. Let's hope it continues. Another little F1. Well, there you go. Right. I'll turn you back on if I get another. Get in. Don't think it's going to win anything like, but you never know. See you soon. This is unbelievable. I've literally just said see you soon and it's gone round again literally 30 seconds later. Again, it's an F1. And I've just been saying to Franny, yeah, have they just turned up, or should I have fished this method right from the off? A bit of ground bait and 2 dead maggots in a band. Who knows? Like I say, the sun has been out. Oh, that's got it inside there. That's a bit strange. The sun has been out and the shallow areas do tend to warm up first. So you see, not very big, but they're better than those skimmers. So there you go. Another one. Get in. Over and out. See you soon. Right, there's 4 minutes left. It's typical, isn't it? Getting plenty of bites now. Just lost one as well earlier. A minute or two earlier. That went in for about a minute. Again, I think it's another little F1. Jeff's catching plenty of skimmers. I think Jack's just had one in corner, so they have come on this last hour. A shame, isn't it? What a shame. Be nice catching like this all day, I'll tell you. That wants to go a little bit. A lively little thing. He's putting a mighty battle up. Mighty. For a little F1. He must have been drinking Guinness. There we go. Another little F1. So I'll stick him in there. One more cast. See you soon. Right then, fisher people, all weighed in. It's just started raining, rushing about. Apologies for the weigh-in, because just as I was about to tip my fish in, the battery went flat, and because of the weather I wasn't hanging about, so I've just got a photograph, so you missed that little bit. But anyway, first of all, I have got to say what a lovely fishery this is. I mean, for the amount of rain and everything else that we've had, it's drained well, parked behind your pegs, cracking. Can't have no complaints today whatsoever. So a credit to the fishery owners, and I spoke to Bill this morning, and thanks for having us. It's been an enjoyable day, very enjoyable indeed. However, we are in the middle of winter. I know this place will certainly produce in the summer, and we shall be back. My match today, set out for carp. Hearing what the weights were over the weekend, I had to target carp. I went to the Juro Banjo with pellets and different coloured wafters. I won't bore you with all the different colours and stuff, but the yellow one seemed to catch me a few. I caught a few F1s. The bites were really strange, they were weird. I know I was on a slope for certain, because when I put a bomb out there, popped up bread, I thought I'll try a bit of popped up bread because of the liners I was getting. I didn't have anything there, but the bomb wouldn't settle properly until it came about 2 to 3 yards out, then it settled, so I'm guessing that's quite a steep slope there. So I went short with the Juro Banjo, had a few more off there, but again the bite still didn't feel right. I can't explain what I mean, it's just through experience, it didn't feel right. So eventually I had a little go on the bomb and corn, where I'd been finding a few pieces of corn straight in front of me towards the far bank, resulted in nothing. I'd been firing a few casters 3/4 of the way along, and I'd put some bait short on a short line for a skimmer line, and I did get some skimmers. I had quite a few actually. Enjoyable fishing, but I'd heard that somebody had caught 40 pounder carp around the other side. They were catching carp around the other side. We seemed to be a little bit skimmered out on our side, and that's how the match turned out in the end. I did think half an hour in, 3/4 of an hour in, to change just to see what those fish were that weren't biting properly, and I don't know why I didn't do it, because I would normally do it. I should have changed to a double dead red maggot on a little band with ground bait, which I've had some great success with that, and I think it gets a little bit neglected, that. I didn't change the hook or the thickness of the line. I really don't think with method feeders, banjo feeders, hybrid feeders, I don't think the thickness of the line, unless it's ridiculously thick, really affects it. So, with about 50 minutes, 45 minutes to go, I had a few skimmers on my short line. I really enjoyed half an hour on the waggler, but I just wasn't catching fast enough. I really enjoy my waggler fishing. I do miss it. It's what I was brought up with. And it was nice to get one or two, but I needed to catch a little bit faster. And I was missing a few bites. You can miss quite a few bites on waggler. So with 50 minutes to go, after a few skimmers and no carp, Franny were catching 1 or 2 carp. Jeff were getting skimmers. Jack, he's had a few bits and bobs, about 7 or 8 pounds. I went out with the banjo feeder, ground bait, double dead red in a band, and as you saw at the end, I had a right little flurry. Now, should I have done that from the off, because I was getting all those liners at the beginning? You don't really know. You don't know whether they've just turned up. And I went into the shallower water as well on the shelf, which is about 2 foot-ish. I asked Bill, and he says, yeah, it is. It's round about that. And I guessed that it was, with the way the feeder was sinking. And I do think I would have ended up with a lot of fish from there, with the amount that I was catching, the speed I was catching within 30 seconds at the end, which is a good job, because I've not got a lot of weight with those skimmers. They're only little skimmers. Franny's skimmers are quite a bit bigger than mine. Anyway, thoroughly enjoyed the day. We shall be back again. It's been a great day all round. Everybody's enjoyed it. Everybody's caught fish. So let's get on to the results. The mightiest fisherman. Right, my weight today, I was 17 pounds 46. I've come about mid-table 5th or something like that. Right, in 3rd place with 25 pounds 70. I know you're going to ask about these silly weights. It's measured in hundredths, and it measures it to the 100th, so 25.70. Soz, he's in the money. Highly delighted with himself, and he's caught on hard pellet and corn. In 2nd place, Franny at the side of me. He's caught on soft pellet and corn. 27 pounds. So what a mighty fisherman you are. He's actually fished a good match today. He's been very patient. Well deserved, Franny. Good company as well. He's always a good laugh, is Franny. And in 1st place, and this week's mightiest fisherman, Andy Gill, fished a cracking match. First fish of the day, got a great lump on double corn on bomb, and then he went on hard pellet at 13 metres, and he's ended up with 42 pounds 44. So what a cracking day you've had. Highly delighted with himself, well deserved, and well done. So that's your results for this week. I can't build this fishery up enough. If you do fancy a match down here, or even pleasure fishing, you've got to give it a go. I think in the summer this is going to be £100 weights plus. I'm only guessing. Like I say, that's only the 2nd time I've fished it. Great fishery. We'll be back again, and thanks for having us. And I hope you've enjoyed the 5th again. Can you believe it? 5th. I need to go up a little bit, don't I? That's the 3rd time I've come 5th. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for clicking on my video, and we shall see you on the bank at Woodhouse Grange on the Kingfisher Pond. So we'll see you there next week, and thanks for watching. And don't forget guys, fish on. See you soon. Ta-da. Freezing after holding him. So there we go. What a cracking little update. Update after 2 minutes. See you soon. It's absolutely freezing after holding him. So there we go. What a cracking little update. Update after 2 minutes. See you soon. The F1. And it's strange, I'm getting a lot of liners and little taps and I'm tempted to just try popped up bread or something. And I've noticed I have been getting better bites, but I've just come that little bit shorter. This is another F1. I'm getting better bites, but I've just come that little bit shorter. This is another F1. In the slightly deeper water, you know. Yeah. Well, that's a first. I've got 2 fish in here. Well, I've never seen this before. So I've actually, whether this fish were following this one about, I don't know, but this is unbelievable. I've got to show you this because nobody would believe me. You've just seen me land that fish. And this, well, this is unbelievable. 2 fish for the price of 1. Franny, 2 fish in 1 go. Can you believe that? I've never ever, that's unreal. Thought I'd landed 1 fish, I ended up with 2. Get in, you beauty. Soz will be shaking his head if he could see me. If I told him he wouldn't believe it, but now folks, you have just seen Nosh catch 2 fish in 1 go. I can't believe it. What a wonderful place this is. Come here. 2 for the price of 1. Brilliant. What a fantastic update. I shall see you soon.